In this video, we will take a look at an ACP dashboard, creating events in the system, and linking them to your curriculum. I am currently logged in as an ACP following the Adult and Pediatrics curriculum. On the left-hand side of the page, we have the alerts, and this is information we would like you to be aware of. As we can see now, there is one alert that I have not read, which is showing up as new, and one that I have previously read. The number of unread announcements will appear on the top of your page. And if you would like to view an announcement, you can click on the title and can see what's been written. And then you can choose to dismiss it and it will no longer appear. You can always view previously archived announcements by clicking Show Archive. And then you can hide it again. The quick notes allow you to make note of something you've seen on the shop floor that you can turn into an assessment at a later date. So I saw something on the shop floor. We're going to save that. And what's happened is that it's now saved as a draft in the background on your timeline. After that, we have your profile information. We have where you can add your profile picture, the role which I'm currently set as, which is Adult and Ped. Have my location, which is London, and the program which I'm currently following, which is again Adult and Pediatrics. So on the right hand side, we have the need help. So this is where you can click in to view any updated YouTube videos, and also where you can find information, who to contact and when to contact us. Following that, we have a create event button. This button allows you to create anything in the system. So we're going to click into that. And then you have your list of assessments. So this will be your ACATs, your CBDs, your DOPS. Then if we scroll down, we have your training post information, educational meetings, procedure logs, reflections, MSFs, etc. Okay, and if you were to click into one of these, you'll be able to create it. But we're going to go back to the dashboard. Next is the ACP credentialing checklist. At the end of your training, you'll be able to credential. And this checklist is used by the panel to see whether or not you have met the requirements to credential. From the beginning of your training, you will have access to the checklist to see what you'll be working towards. I will come back to the checklist a little bit later. On the left-hand side of the page, you have the Archem logo, the Kaizen logo, and the word dashboard. Each of these act as a home button. So if I was to go into a separate area of the Kaizen platform, so let's say FAQs, and I wanted to go back to the home page, you can click any one of these three to go back. So next we're going to talk about the timeline. So we click into the timeline. We can see it's broken down into different categories. And these categories mirror the categories that we saw when we created an event. So let's say we view all events. Your timeline will then hold a list of all your events that you have created, and you can search for individual events. So let's say we want to search for DOPS, and you'll be able to search for it that way. Or you can search on the right hand side and view again. So let's say we want to see DOPS. You can see all the DOPS, and we can say I want to see DOPS before a certain date and after a certain date. Okay, we're going to click clear. So we had just made a quick note, and we can see the quick note has now saved as a draft, and we can see what I have written. I saw something on the shop floor. I will be able to turn this into an assessment form, such as a CBD or a DOPS, but we're going to hold fire on that and come back to that in a second. Next to our timeline is our document section. A variety of media types can be uploaded to your personal document library. Following this, we have the FAQs, and these are our frequently asked questions. Your goals houses your curriculum. So as we've seen, I'm an adult and pediatric trainee. And if we click into that, we can see the adult and pediatric curriculum. So I'm going to create a form now, and this will show you how to link items to your curriculum. But before I do that, I'd just like to highlight on the right hand side of the page, a number system, and these numbers represent how many events have been linked to each curriculum item. So we can see for CC1 history taking, 8 items have been linked. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard and create an event. The form I'm going to create will be a audit and clinical governance activity form. So within this form, I'm going to say the audit happened today, the title, we're just going to put test, and again, the subject I'm going to put test. So at this point, I can choose to link to the curriculum now. So I can click add tags, and then I can go through and choose where in the curriculum to link this to or to tag to, or I can just search for it. So we're going to tag it to, let's say, link it to Common Competency 4. So let's say CC4. So we're going to click that and click the X. And now we can see the tag is currently at 1. You click submit. And the form has now been created. So if I go to my timeline, I can see on the timeline, my clinical governance activity form has been created. I can see at the bottom, you click show more. I can see it's been tagged to CC4 time management and decision making. And now I can go back to my curriculum. And you can see CC4 now has a number 1 next to it. And if we click into that, we can see evidence has been linked with a 1. If I click show more, we can see that evidence that I've created has been linked to my curriculum. Now you will notice that the curriculum also has level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 competencies for sign off. When you tag a form to your competencies, it will be saved on the evidence. The sign-offs are created when you create a specific form called an item rating form. Go back to the dashboard. And if we create the form and we scroll straight at the bottom, we will see an event called Curriculum Item Rating. The Curriculum Item Rating is used when you are signing off a particular part of your curriculum. This will be done by both yourself and your supervisor. So if you click Curriculum Item Rating, we can say that it was signed off by the trainee. You can say which part of your curriculum you will be signing off. So let's say we were on CC4, so CC4. And it is level 4 competent. And my comments as a trainee will be that due to my evidence, I am at a level 4. And then you click submit. Okay. And if we were to go back to your curriculum, we will see now that we enter CC4. Your sign-off does show up under evidence as well, but now your level competent has a 1, and if you click show more, we can see that what's been written by the trainee is now showing up also under level 4 competent. And your supervisor will do a very similar process by creating the same form, and then they would choose that it's been signed off by a supervisor. And this will have the comments of your supervisor below your comments. There is one thing we'd like you to be aware of when it comes to the curriculum item event. During the migration, if you open the event, you will see the curriculum ratings. Once you open the curriculum ratings, you will see that there's a long list of options. These options are important for the migration and cannot be edited at this time. However, after the migration, you'll be met with a much more succinct list that matches your curriculum. So let's say you had created a form previously and not linked it to the curriculum. So let's go to our timeline, and we're gonna find a form that I have done. Okay, so here we have a DOPS that I've sent to my supervisor, and I'm just awaiting their sign off, but I can still link it to the curriculum. So I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom of the page, click show more, and I'm going to add a tag. So my tag will be again to CC4. It appears at the bottom of the page, and then I click save, and it's now saved the CC4. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my curriculum and go back to CC4, and we click evidence. We will see the DOPS that was created is now also linked to my curriculum under evidence.